Greetings, hi, TheWarOwl greets you, and welcome to another Matchmaking Academy, where you are the star for all the wrong reasons, but don't worry, we're going to figure out what those reasons are. This time, our hero is going to be Cam Meter here, and he had some very specific questions about Mirage. So we're going to be looking at how to hold B-site Mirage, how to take B-site Mirage, and how to hold it after you've taken it as a T-site. And look, he's getting kills, he's not bad. So remember, guys, don't make any disparaging comments against the players. Don't say anything negative about them. I know you guys like to be jerks in the comments to these guys, but they're taking it upon themselves to send in this demo, to put themselves out there, to help themselves improve at the game. So let's be respectful, give them nothing but respect. Okay, because you can only improve by losing and seeing what you did wrong. Okay, so his favorite fish, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, seriously. What a noob. I cannot believe how bad this player is. He's probably, looks like he's playing with a controller or something. All right, let's figure out what happened. All right, his favorite fish, he said, was the fail fish, which I don't believe is a real fish. I think that's just a thing. So check this out. T's made a big mistake. I've made a huge mistake. So they work on taking this mid control. T's charge into the site before their mid guys are ready to push here. Like, normally when you take Bombsite B, you do a two-pronged attack here, where you take this mid control, you smoke off here, you smoke off here, you move up. Some people underpass to help out, and then you take B from two sides at once, and it's very powerful. However, okay, let's watch this in slow motion, because this is just aim. So, CT's able to hold it because T's made that ridiculous mistake, puts it into a 3 versus 3, because this guy BMG with the AWP is picking all these guys. They're doing double AWP T-side Mirage. That's strange, and you should be able to deal with that. Yeah. Watch the last one, which was like how to deal with an AWPer. So this round should have been a sure win for these guys, but they screw it up, and it comes down to the shooting. Let's watch in slow motion as Cam Meter tries to take out BMG. Okay, you know there's an AWPer there. Right now, the idea is don't peek. We'll just sit here, and when he tries to push, pop him in the face, okay? So let's just sit here and wait, don't peek, because that would be stupid to peek at this point. And here comes BMG. Now's the time to shoot. Oh my gosh, he moved while he was shooting there. You saw him like move to the right, and his shots went way to the left, like he moved the crosshair to the left a little bit as he moved to the right. You could have just stood, you didn't have to move at all, and you could just tapped him. Just that's it, just shoot him, especially since he's an AWPer. As he's running out, you see that gun before he turns the corner, so you can just set up and say, all right, I'm just gonna pop him in the face. Or if he doesn't peek with his whole face, you just spray his body. It was not a hard situation. It all came down to Cam Meter there. And I think he panicked. And it's all about keeping your cool and just going for those shots. He could have killed them completely standing still. Didn't even have to execute any sort of movement there. All right, so now that he's missed, he peeks. He didn't have to peek. I mean, he gave away his position, but he tries to peek. And he tries to go for a spray down on the body. And we see him overcorrecting. Now, BMG moving around like that. But again, Cam Meter uses all of his rounds with that M4A1. Does take this guy down to 15 health there. But yeah, 20 rounds in that thing. If you use this gun, you have to go for accurate shots. It's a much easier gun to use in terms of spray control. You have to go for that headshot with it. If you want to use, if you want to go for crazy sprays like that, maybe consider using M4A4. Because you have 10 extra rounds with that one. He uses all 20 rounds, not able to kill this guy. I think 3 of them landed. And it's an M4, doesn't do a lot of damage. Again, you have to go for that headshot. He was aiming super low. Now, correcting for recoil, you don't have to correct for recoil as much with the M4A1. The first, like, 4 shots or whatever are going to be really, really tight. All right, so now he freaks out. Okay, so we saw the knife come out first. That, I think, is this guy switching weapons using the scroll wheel. I'm going to advise against that. I know a lot of players like to do that, but changing weapons with the scroll wheel is a little bit awkward. It's so much easier to just press the button on your keyboard. Because, again, you're using the mouse to aim. You don't want to sort of change how you're moving the mouse. We see him jumping to try to avoid getting shot while he's changing guns, but it's super simple. All you have to do in CSGO is just press 2. That's it. Just press the 2 button. It's just, you have your middle finger on W. You just move it up and press 2 really quickly. You do not have to use that scroll wheel. It's a stupid idea. I'm also against quick switching, by the way. The QQs. I don't use it at all. I haven't used it in 10 years or so. I mean, I don't like quick switching. Or whenever it came out, I guess. I was like, this is stupid. I don't like this. All right, now he goes for the pick with the pistol. This, he should have gotten this. Definitely. Because all he has to do is tap this guy once with the P250. Just go for a body shot. Let's see how he does this. And, oh my gosh. So it looks like he gets way ahead of himself in his shooting. Because he tries to do a pre-shoot on this guy. And he's way to the left. Then he's way to the right. He's always overcorrecting based on where this guy moves. Way to the left. So when you're overcorrecting like that, you're moving the mouse too far when you want to shoot. That could be a matter of your sensitivity, in that you may have a higher sensitivity than you would like, or you just need to change how you're moving the mouse. When you're doing those micro corrections, you have to move with the wrist. It's just a little tiny little micro movements when you're correcting like that, instead of the sweeping motion of the arm. So you have to use your wrist to do those little corrections there, or lower your sensitivity if you can't handle that high of a sensitivity in terms of the aiming, which I actually use a very low sensitivity myself. So, all right, let's check out some more stuff. Okay, now I'm going to put this on half speed here. I know that I said that this was all going to be about the Mirage stuff and the strategy, but most of the times that I've seen this, it all came down to the shooting, and I saw this instance with the AWP here, and I really had to shine a light on this. Watch. So, he hears BMG. He does hear him. He sets up for it. Scopes in now. Moves. Shoots way out of position. Now, BMG's aware there's an AWPer there. He peeks again, and BMG easily picks him off. How? BMG had the corner. It's such a simple scenario, and it's such a simple mistake that I'm going to hop in game, and I'm going to show you with the AWP that exact scenario and what should have happened, even after you missed the first shot. I'm a kind of terrorist, and I got an AWP, and I want to hold off the site. All right, so he was playing it from window. I personally don't like this spot. 1, it's very easy to smoke off. 2, it's very easy to run by this position. And 3, you can't really help very much with it. Like, you rotate over here. They can plant that bomb. They can take position. They never have to peek you. The only thing it's good for, I guess, is if they move into the site from short, but at that point, they've already taken the site. So I don't like that position. That's just personal. We saw this guy jump into the site here and try to hold this angle. Now, this is not a bad angle. This is an okay angle. He's left out a little bit exposed here because he can't take cover, especially if they've already pushed into the site. There's no cover here. But he could have easily picked that AWPer. He just wait. When he moves around the corner, click, and he's dead. He tried to do that, but he missed the shot because he kind of panicked there for a second. And then after he shoots, the bad guy knows where he is. So he strafes back here, and then he tries to peek him again. At this point, you have to expect that the enemy's going to be watching the position. And whoever's holding the position is going to have the advantage. So maybe not a good idea to peek out like that again. Could have changed up his positions, fallen back here, maybe focused on these guys. Instead, he goes for the peek on him again. Another thing you can do, of course, is just flash the guy out like that. He has to move, then you can push and take that position. It's all about gaining that control as an AWPer. An AWPer is a very positional weapon where you hold down a position. And all it takes is one little thing, one flash, one bullet, one smoke, and you have to change positions and then they have it. So when you're going up against an AWPer, it's all about getting that position. If you peek him like that, you're probably going to die. There's a number of things you can do against him. Of course, that's a topic that we covered in the last one. Okay, so this is the round we're going to talk about taking B-Site Mirage, as well as holding B-Site Mirage after you take it as the terrorist. So the first half is taking the site. As we see, our hero's entire team is going under the let's just charge in there strategy. Now, normally, if you have players playing this who know what they're doing, this shouldn't be as effective. There's sort of 2 ways, I would say, to take Bombsite B, 2 standard ways. One is what they're doing, which is sometimes used on an eco round, just to get the bomb plant, because you use way too many resources, way too many trades to get into the site this way. Think of how not strategic that is. You're just running into the site. And if they know what they're doing, they can easily smoke you off, they can easily nade you, flash you, spray you down. It's really up to these players inside of the site. However, they screw up and they do go down. So let me just show you here on the minimap really quickly another way to take it, which I already sort of went over before. So you put the players in here and you walk. You keep maybe 2 players with the bomb inside of here. One of them or 2 can go through the underpass here. In the meantime, you have players pushing mid as well. It's always a good idea as well to have one player here over at A maybe faking it. So he'll rotate back and help out, or he'll rotate back, go mid, and then, I guess, play lurk. Now, you want to take it like a two-pronged attack, so you want to be coming from short as well. How to get there, of course, is to smoke off this player mid, which is an easy smoke. Everyone should be able to do this, as well as smoke off the connector. Now, the reason you smoke off the connector is so you can actually go short. Once you throw these smokes, CTs will know what's up, and they will rotate to watch from over here. So you have to do this in one movement, and you have to do it together. At this point, you pretty much just push up. Oh, it's taking too long. It's getting rid of my lines here. You can only have so much ink, apparently. Then okay, so now you've taken this mid control. You've smoked off this. You've smoked off this. You move the players up short and take short as the same time you push these players through here. Now, there's different smokes and flashes, very specific things that you can throw. Actually, no smokes that I would recommend. Once you take it, smoke here and here if you have two left or so. Then you just hold this site. You can actually leave someone behind after you take it inside of the window room, which is a good way to watch short. Now, once you've taken it is the next scenario. You've taken the bomb site. You've come in from a two-pronged attack. You've planted the bomb. This is sort of the standard plant position right here because it's a safe plant. Then you have to hold it off. So look at this. There's 3 different ways that you can get attacked. 1, and 2, and 3. So you have to watch all 3 positions using whatever players you have left. It's different than when you're a CT, because a CT, you only have to watch 2. You don't have to worry about behind you, because you have other players over there dealing with it. And the mindset has changed as well. When you're on the CT side and you're just holding off the bomb site take, your job is to kill as many people and delay them and prevent them from pushing into the site, as well as buy time for your teammate to rotate and help out if they are going that way. So that's sort of the mentality there. It's different than when you're a terrorist and you take it, because when you're a terrorist and you take it, you plant the bomb, your only goal is to delay them as long as possible. You want that bomb to go off. So you have to buy time. You have to delay them. You throw smokes and flashes down from all these positions, and then when they try to push, you try and force them into a position where they have to push you, you mow them down. And again, even if you're just in a 1v1, your only job is to delay the player. You don't even have to kill them to win. Okay, so let's watch how this happens here. Now that we've gone over our little lesson, here's the shooting part. That's the fun stuff, right? So, surprisingly, CTs are able to move in and frag all of these players and then plant the bomb. Incredibly surprising. Watch this nade. Boom! And takes a guy out with a nade. So we put it into a 2 versus 4 retake. How were CTs able to do this? And yeah, spoiler, they're able to do this. Let's watch it from your enemy's perspective and see how effortlessly he was able to push into this site. It was super easy for him. So let's watch it from his perspective. Watch this. Okay, easy guy. That guy's missing me. I guess we'll tap him down. Oh, look, there's a guy peeking me right there, not shooting me. How come nobody can hit me? I'm not even moving very much. You see him micro-correcting his movements to avoid getting shot? He didn't even shoot that guy. He's like, all right, I'll shoot him when he peeks here. Oh, he smoked it. Guess I'll spam it when he tries to go through. All right, my teammate's moving in. I'll move in at the same time. I know there's this guy still in the corner. Just gonna run up and kill him. And I'll trade with my teammate. There's the win. You see how easy that was for this guy? Now, there's some things you could have done. Oh, I better grab that kit and defuse. You can see his mind working here. It's simple, easy peasy lemon squeezy stuff. You guys look like complete noobs there. Okay, so a lot of that came down to your shooting, not being able to hit this guy, as well as engaging him maybe when you shouldn't have. You should maybe have delayed enough so this guy had to push. You didn't even have anybody up in a forward position at short. Let me hop in game and show that a little bit. I'm a terrorist, and I've taken the site, and I've planted the bomb. Let's say I want to plant it out in the open because we took position or something. Whatever. Now, how do we hold it off? All right, so we got those 3 places they can come from. We got the window, we got short, and we got up there. You don't have to have everyone inside of the site, because then CTs can engage all at once, which is interesting. If you outnumber, like this is from Sun Tzu, if you outnumber your opponents 2 to 1, divide your forces. I know that sounds strange, but it makes sense. One of the things they could do is have a lurk player up here at short playing from in here. Like, he can get position here, he can listen, he knows where they're coming from, he can easily pick these players' paws off as they move by. Because it's really difficult when you're moving up here, because you have to keep an eye on here, and you have to peek here, and you get your attention divided when you do that. So one thing you could do is set up an ambush on the players. Have one player standing here, have one player inside here, and when the counter-terrorists reach that point, call it, and peek him at the same time and take him out, and it'll be really easy. So because they were 5 versus 2, that would have been super easy to just put 2 players over there to do that. Now the next spot over here is the window. This is an interesting spot. I mean, you can hold it from anywhere here just to make sure that they can't get by. You've got a bunch of players to deal with this, but you also have someone watching the back. Now the guy watching from behind can play any of these lurky spots. From here he can watch 2 spots. He can watch window and he can watch up here. You could even put a lurk player up here and just wait until they turn the corner. And again, this is another place they have to keep their attention divided and just shoot them as they come around the corner. Instead, we saw all 5 of the terrorists sitting inside of the site, taking very far back positions, like behind the bench, to hold off short. Which, again, this should be an easy shot, though. The players just couldn't shoot him. It was really kind of embarrassing. But again, so many places you can play from. That's just some stuff you may want to think about. Big thanks to Cammeter for sending this in, for your dedication at getting better at the game, for allowing us to take your demo and break it apart so we can all improve. You're awesome, sir. All right, we learned what not to do. That's no fun. Let's get an owl vision. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.